Welcome back to Langhorse Field here on the campus of Elmhurst College, where we're getting ready for second half action in a CCL Red battle between the St. Joseph Chargers and the Chicago Hope Eagles. The Eagles leading St. Joe 14-0 after the first half, but a major loss for Hope in that first half as starting quarterback Trevor Land went down with an injury in the second quarter. That forced Hope to turn to freshman quarterback Jaden Pankow. But both teams sloppy, especially in terms of penalties. St. Joseph had a number of penalties, I would say at least 15 in that first half, especially problems with encroachment, some sideline warning issues, unsportsmanlike conduct. It looked like shades of the first game against Elmwood Park, unfortunately, for St. Joe. But Hope also has been going offside a bit, some false starts. The good news for St. Joseph is they will start the second half with the football. The offense has not been able to put a point on the board yet, but they have moved into Hope territory. Once on a long pass from Caleb Hayden. We'll see if this offense can get going. Is it going to be the running game with Amir Bergie, or is it going to be the passing game with Caleb Hayden, Zach Ford, Tim Shannon, Malik Mason out there? Jesse McDonald, who can pick it up for St. Joe so they can put some points on the board? So it's a 14-0 lead as Hope prepares to kick it off to start this second half. And at this time, we'd like to remind you that the third quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Meatheads in Elmhurst at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Here's the kickoff from Zanis. It's a high kick. It'll be taken at about the 12-yard line. It looks like it's Malik Mason making some cuts. Breaks a tackle, reverses field. A flag has been thrown as he is brought down at about the 20. No flag there. I thought I may have seen some thrown, but it looked like some kids playing with a ball on the sidelines had it confused for a penalty flag. So no flag down as the Chargers will start at their own 23-yard line. Solid return by Malik Mason, and the news shaking the sporting world right now. The 22-game win streak for the Cleveland Indians has just come to an end with the 4-3 loss against the Kansas City Royals. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. 4 receivers out wide. Hayden facing some pressure, and he has a man on him. He'll go down and be sacked by Nick White. That's the second time tonight that White has gotten to the quarterback. And it's a significant loss for the Chargers. They're at their own 16. Loss of about 6 yards. Hayden in the shotgun. Trips to his right. One receiver to the left. Hayden facing pressure again, looking deep. Zach Ford is there. He makes the catch at the 40 for St. Joseph, making a couple cuts. And he's at the 45, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 47 of St. Joseph. Nice job by Ford there to come back to that football, make the catch on the far sideline. It'll be 1st and 10 Chargers, as they'll actually mark it at about the 45-yard line of St. Joseph. 29-yard pass there for Hayden to Ford. Hayden's in the shotgun again. Trips to the right, going for the screen to Mason, and it's over his head and out of bounds. And a St. Joseph player was down briefly, but he's back up on his feet. Second down and 10 for St. Joe with 10:57 remaining in the third quarter. They trail right now 14-0. Hayden in the shotgun, one man in the backfield with him. They hand it off right up the middle. A little bit of space here and a lot of space. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Going for the corner of the end zone. He's brought down inside the 3-yard line as Zion Timms with the big run for the Chargers. Finally, some space opened up for the offense as Zion Timms breaks a big one. The Chargers are inside the 5-yard line. First and goal from the 3-yard line. Timms back in there as the running back, and Hayden trying to take it on a quarterback sneak, and he is stopped short. Maybe got a yard. Second and goal from about the 2-yard line as the Chargers look to make this a one-possession ball game. Hayden in the shotgun, one back behind him, 4 receivers out wide. Hayden is going to be sacked way back in the backfield at about the 15-yard line. A 12-yard loss on that sack, and a costly sack for St. Joe as they were right there on the doorstep. Third and goal from the 14-yard line. 4 receivers out wide for the Chargers. Hayden in the gun, one back with him. Hayden takes a snap, looking to his left, going for the corner of the end zone. Desmond McPhail, a flag is thrown. This could be pass interference. Pass interference could be called in the end zone. We'll see who it's against. Probably against the defense here. And it is pass interference against the defense. Automatic first down. That will put the ball at the 2-yard line as well. So another opportunity for the Chargers. As rather, it was half the distance to the goal on that, so it's the 7-yard line. I was thinking of college or NFL football there. Automatic first down, though, is still in effect. Oh, no, it should be an automatic first down. The turnstile had not been done as the pass there is almost intercepted. They were looking for Zach Ford at about the 1-yard line over the middle, but it was broken up by a couple of different Hope players. So it should be second down. Second down from the 7-yard line. Second and goal from the 7-yard line, maybe the 8. Trips to the left of Hayden, one receiver to the right, one man in the backfield. Hayden looking to his left, throwing out of the back of the end zone. Was looking for Malik Mason near the middle of the end zone, so it'll now be third down for St. Joe. It should be third down. A pass interference is an automatic first down, but right now the marker says fourth down, which makes very little sense. Pass interference is an automatic first down. Chicago Hope making a number of substitutions, and St. Joe's not sure what the situation is right now. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? They're saying that Chicago Hope has the ball? Oh, that is a terrible call. Oh, my goodness. Rich Petrosky has every reason to be livid right now. Pass interference is an automatic first down. They were only given 3 downs there, and they gave Chicago Hope the ball. Unbelievable. Terrible job done, and now a flag's thrown. Wow. Normally I'm not somebody who would call out officials, but in this case, that is egregiously bad officiating. Egregiously bad to not know that pass interference is an automatic first down. They only gave St. Joseph 3 downs. Rich Petrosky should still be in the middle of the field. He's keeping his cool. Give credit to him because he should still be very mad. And now a run up the middle for Hope, and they're all the way out to past the 30-yard line. Still breaking tackles is Derek Williams. He's all the way to the 40 of St. Joe. Broke multiple tackles on that play. And the Chargers are still upset right now. Zach Ford is really upset. You can't blame the Chargers too much. That was just a ridiculous sequence. Pass interference is an automatic first down. Zach Ford threw his helmet. He's lucky nobody saw that. He is extremely angry right now. I just can't believe what I witnessed. Pass interference. The Chargers were given 3 downs, and it was a turnover on downs. Never seen anything like it. I mean, I guess it's the opposite of that. You kind of think back to that 5th down game back when Nebraska was playing Missouri, but it's pretty much the opposite. St. Joseph was given 3 downs when they should have had 4. I have never seen pass interference not be an automatic first down. It is an automatic first down. Just at a loss for words at this point. And as I said, not somebody who would normally call out officials, but in that case, that's a mistake that has a major effect on this ball game. And the entire sideline for St. Joseph is extremely angry, and I think they have every reason to be. 9:07 remaining in the third quarter in what has already been an adventure. Chicago Hope leading 14-0. And we'd like to remind you that the third quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Meatheads, the official sponsor of St. Joseph Chargers football programming. We provide a full-service, made-to-order dining experience serving high-quality, fresh, never-frozen ingredients, including 100% Angus beef hamburgers, hand-breaded chicken tenders, and chicken sandwiches, as well as real Idaho potatoes freshly cut every day. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. 1st and 10 for Chicago Hope at their own 42-yard line, 9:07 to play. 4 receivers out wide. They'll hand it off to Williams up the middle. He's got maybe 3 yards here, continuing to push forward to the 45-yard line of St. Joseph. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. For Chicago Hope. 4 receivers out wide. Williams in the backfield with Pankow at quarterback. Pankow takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Williams, looking deep, going for a man. He's got a man out there, and it is caught inside the 20-yard line on the far side of the field. And it was LaFabian Fain who made the catch. What a throw from the freshman. Or rather, it was Neil Campbell who made the catch for Hope. Wow. Inside the 20-yard line for Chicago Hope. They're at the 19. 1st and 10 with 8:20 to play. 3 receivers out wide, rather 4. Man comes in motion. They'll give it to him on a sweep. Looking for blockers is Campbell, and he is brought down after a short gain. Got a couple. Maybe 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. For Hope, under 8 minutes left in this third quarter. The Eagles leading 14-0 over St. Joseph. Snap and whistles blow. Flag down. False start against Chicago Hope. That'll push Hope back into a 2nd and 12 situation. Here with 7:43 remaining in the third quarter. Hope at the 22-yard line of St. Joseph. They have controlled possession for most of this game. It looked like the Chargers were taking back some momentum as they were inside the 5-yard line. Got pushed back after a sack, and then a pretty poor sequence of officiating cost St. Joseph the football as this throw is towards the end zone, Was it caught by Campbell? No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. He was forced out by a couple of Chargers defenders. Nice job by Desmond McPhail. And Zach Ford may have gotten in on that play as well on the near sideline as they were looking for Campbell at about the 5. So it'll be 3rd and long for Hope with 7:20 left here in the third quarter. They lead it 14-0. Freshman quarterback Jaden Pankow, who came in for the injured Trevor Land. And Land really looked like the star of this offense. But Pankow has been pretty solid relieving Land. It hasn't been quite as smooth sailing, but a nice throw earlier on this drive to Neil Campbell on a deep ball. Pankow takes the snap out of the shotgun. Looking to over the middle, wide open Campbell, and he's pushing his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Neil Campbell caught that ball at about the 3, broke a tackle, and put the ball over the goal line to make it 20-0. Chicago Hope here with 7:12 remaining in the third quarter. And at this point, you have to say, are we sure about the fact that Jaden Pankow is a freshman? Because he really looks good out there throwing the football. And Campbell was wide open over the middle there, and Pankow hit him perfectly to lead to the touchdown with 7:12 remaining here in the third. Gunning out for the extra point is William Zanis. He's already 2 for 2 on extra points. He did miss a field goal earlier in the game, and he'll look to put Hope up 21-0. Snap is a bit high, kick is up, and it's straight through the uprights yet again. 3 for 3 on extra points is sophomore kicker William Zanis. A very impressive performance for him thus far, although he did miss that field goal. But not too often you have a high school kicker go 3 of 3 on extra points, especially putting him straight through the uprights with some oomph on him as well. He's not barely getting it over the crossbar. At this time, we'd like to remind you that the third quarter of tonight's game is also brought to you in part by CleaverSupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements for when genetics are not enough. And as always, St. Joseph Chargers football programming is also brought to you by Meatheads in Elmhurst. Meatheads serves up a fast casual family restaurant with fresh experiences. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Meatheads, a great place to head after this ball game, as Hope will kick off from their own 40-yard line with a 21-0 lead with 7:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Desmond McPhail back deep for the Chargers to return the kickoff. Zanis is the kicker. We've seen his ability as a place kicker. Also had some solid kickoffs in this ball game. McPhail standing at about his own 10-yard line. Zanis awaiting the whistle, and finally he will approach the football. Kick is up. It's a bit of a line drive at about the 10-yard line. It is caught and returned to about the 20. And it was Zach Ford on the return for the Chargers. So it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Joe at their own 19-yard line. And the Chargers are in desperate need of a touchdown here, trailing 21-0 in the third quarter. They did get the offense going on their opening drive of the second half with a long run by Timms, but a sack pushed them back. And then a pass interference call in the end zone. Should have been an automatic first down. And mismanaging how many downs there were. And so St. Joseph essentially turned it over on 3 downs. Hayden in the shotgun takes a snap, facing pressure, looking deep for McPhail, running towards it, and he can't quite get there as McPhail just couldn't quite track that ball around the 45-yard line of Chicago Hope. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for St. Joe with 6:59 remaining in the third quarter. Trailing by 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points as well, and those certainly aren't quite as automatic as they are at the pro level or college and pro level, although the NFL extra point has been moved back. Hayden in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers out there looking to pass. He'll roll out. Now he'll be on the run towards the near side of the field. He has a blocker. He's all the way out to the 30. Has a first down. And to about the 32-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Hayden's legs have helped move the chains for the Chargers in this ball game. Receivers have been covered. He's found open spaces. He'll take what the defense gives him, and there they gave him a first down. 1st and 10 Chargers at their own 32. Hayden takes the shotgun snap, looking for McPhail near the 50, makes the catch at about the 49. Flag is thrown near the end of that play. Let's see what the call is.
There is a flag on the field.
Well, we've already seen defensive pass interference called earlier in this game against Hope. We'll see if that is indeed the case again. Initial signal is pass interference against Hope. That'll be declined after the first down pass.
This time to McPhail. Last drive was to Ford, and now they're getting things going once again. Yeah, it looks like McPhail's had some.
Penalty is declined on the pass interference, and the nose of the football is at midfield. With 6:32 left here in the third quarter, St. Joseph trailing 21-0. Hayden in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side, 1 man in the backfield with Hayden. Hayden takes a high snap, facing pressure, rolls right. He's got some room to run. Up the middle, makes a move near the first down marker, picks up probably 8 yards there.
8-yard carry.
So another nice run by Caleb Hayden. We've seen the great arm that he has, but he has his legs as well. 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 2 for the Chargers. 4 receivers out wide. 1 man in the backfield with Hayden. They'll hand it up the middle and stop for a loss is Zion Timms.
Loss on the play moves it back to the 46, resulting in a 3rd and 6.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 from the 46-yard line of Chicago Hope. First down markers at the 40. Hayden's in the shotgun, 4 receivers out wide. Zion Timms in the backfield with Hayden. He takes a snap, play action, facing pressure, going deep, looking for Jesse McDonald or McPhail, and neither of them are able to get to it. So it'll now be 4th down and 6, and decision time for Coach Rich Petrosky. Is he going to bring the punting team out there or go for this one? And it looks to me like Zach Ford is coming out on the field. Caleb Hayden wants to stay out there. And he'll head to the sideline. So the Chargers indeed will punt on 4th and 6 with 5:19 left in the third quarter. Neil Campbell deep for Hope at about the 22-yard line. High kick by Ford. It'll take a bounce at about the 21, a St. Joseph bounce, and it'll roll inside the 10-yard line. It'll be down at about the 9 of Chicago Hope. Nice punt by Zach Ford.
Inside their own 10-yard line. Chicago Hope takes over with 5:07.
Pinning a guy
From their own 9-yard line.
inside the 10. So Hope will start from inside their own 10-yard line with 5:07 to play, third quarter. They do have a 21-0 lead. And this is the point where time of possession really becomes a factor. The clock, it's still the third quarter, but it is a 3-possession game. With the way that Chicago Hope has controlled possession, the Chargers are running out of chances to have the football. This is a hand up the middle and stopped maybe for a loss of 1. Shamar McDade Bishop was in there. What else is new for the Chargers defense? McDade Bishop has been outstanding this season, whether you play him on the defensive line or at linebacker. Tonight, he's been playing more on the line in that defensive tackle position. Pankow in the shotgun. Trips to his left. They bring Campbell in motion. They'll give it to him on a sweep, trying to get blockers, but he is stopped for a loss once again.
Neo Campbell on the carry.
Nice job there by St. Joseph to keep the edge,
However, there is a flag.
but a flag is down. And Pankow is pointing towards St. Joseph. But the official says otherwise. Holding is the signal against Chicago Hope. 4:28 left in this ball game. 21-0 lead for Hope. This holding call will push them further back. And St. Joe will actually decline that penalty to make it 3rd and long instead of 2nd and long. So it's 3rd down and 10. Pankow in the shotgun. 4 receivers out wide, 1 man in the backfield. And a flag is thrown. False start against Chicago Hope. That will push them back half the distance to the goal.
Chicago Hope will back them up half the distance to the goal.
So now it'll be 3rd and even longer for Hope as the ball is at their own 4-yard line. First down marker is near the 20. 3rd down and about 16 here for Hope. And Pankow is standing his own end zone. Now the officials gather to discuss something. Not sure exactly what the issue is here. So 3rd and very long for Chicago Hope.
Actually, never mind. It was on the 10. It's on the 5. That is half the distance. All right.
Ball at the 5-yard line, 3rd and 15, 4:02 to play. Snap, throw out to the left side is caught, and a broken tackle all the way near that first down marker, but just short as the catch was made by Justin Adams. But he was brought down by a couple of Chargers short of the first down marker. That'll make it 4th down. But 4th down and
Brings up a 4th.
only about 2 yards, and the Eagles' offense is staying on the field. Risky move inside their own 20. What a bold call here. Pankow in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Maybe just trying to get St. Joe to jump here, and then maybe they'll have a timeout. That looks like what they're doing. That looks like what they are doing, as the Chargers have had trouble with that all ball game, and now Hope will call a timeout. So indeed, that is what they're doing, and
Timeout called by
based on the rest of the ball game, a smart move by head coach Matt Kelly just to try to get St. Joseph to commit a penalty. Didn't work out that time, but I think St. Joseph, knowing with the ball inside the 20-yard line, they should definitely not jump, because you can tell if you're probably not actually going to go for that up by 3 scores inside your own 20. So just had to kind of stand there and make sure not to cross that line of scrimmage. At this time, we'd like to remind you that the 3rd quarter of tonight's game is also brought to you in part by CleaverSupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements for when genetics are not enough. Game recap for you. 21-0, Chicago Hope. First drive of the ball game. Trevor Land brought it in on a quarterback sneak, but then he came out with an injury, the starting quarterback. That brought on freshman quarterback Jaden Pankow. He scored on a quarterback sneak himself later on in the 2nd quarter, and then fired a touchdown pass to Neil Campbell here in the 3rd quarter. And kicker William Zanis is 3 of 3 on extra points for the 21-0 score. Hope will have to punt from inside their own 20. Zach Ford standing at about the 48-yard line of Hope. It's a high kick. Ford's not going to touch this one. It'll take a St. Joe bounce, and it will eventually land at about the 49-yard line of Chicago Hope. So that is where the Chargers offense will take over. With 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, they trail by 3 scores, in desperate need of a touchdown on this drive. We've seen their offense make inroads in the second half, but just haven't been able to punch one into the end zone as of yet. Hayden out there in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side, and 2 on the far side of the field. Nobody else in the backfield with Hayden. Hayden will take the snap. Blitz coming. It's a screen pass to Ford. Ford has some room. He's at the 45. He's got a blocker. He's at the 35-yard line for a first down. Nice play by Zach Ford. But he is limping up after that play, and he'll have to come out of the game. And that's a tough thing to see for St. Joe. Zach Ford so valuable to this team. 2:50 remaining in the third quarter. 21-0. Hayden in the shotgun. 5 wide for the Chargers. Hayden looking to his left. Steps up in the pocket. He's maybe going to try to run with it now. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 30. Picks up about 5 yards. Did well to get anything there as he was in danger of being sacked. Hayden has done so much with his legs tonight, keeping drives alive. 2nd down and 5 here for the Chargers. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. They trail 21-0. Empty backfield again for St. Joe. Hayden looking left, looking for the end zone. Jesse McDonald is down there. McDonald can't make the catch. Fans in the crowd wanted a call for pass interference. Ball was slightly overthrown. McDonald had to come back for it, but a player is down now for Chicago Hope around the 37-yard line. And unfortunately, we've had a number of injuries in this ballgame, most notably to starting quarterback Trevor Land. And the other concern is Zach Ford is being tended to on the sideline for St. Joseph. He's being stretched out. And seeing if he can get back up on his feet, try to walk it out a bit. Ford is jogging right now, so hopefully he'll make it back in the ball game. And that got a cheer from the St. Joseph crowd to see Ford jogging around. He is invaluable to this team, not just as a receiver, but a defensive back, punter, and handles the kickoff for the Chargers. But still the player down for Chicago Hope here with about 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. And good to see the player is up for Chicago Hope. It is Nick White. And he's heading back to the sidelines under his own power. Glad to see that. Chargers offense heading back onto the field. Ball is at about the 31-yard line of Chicago Hope. And it is 3rd down and 5. Hayden in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 1 in the backfield with Hayden. Trips to the right, 1 man to the left. Hayden takes the snap, looking left, steps up in the pocket. He's got some space to run. He has the first down and more. He's at the 15, 10, makes a move, makes another spin. He's at the 5 where he's finally pushed out of bounds. Boy, Chicago Hope has not been able to defend Caleb Hayden on those scrambles. He just finds space. The receivers are covered, and there's plenty of room for him to run. And he takes that ball all the way to the 6-yard line of Chicago Hope with 1:50 left here in the third quarter. Chargers looking to make it a 2-possession ball game. Hayden in the shotgun, 1 man in the backfield. He's looking right. Pass is caught and brought down inside the 5 is Javante Bright.
Hayden's pass complete to number 23, Javante Bright. 2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Hayden. And it's fumbled. Who has it? Who has it? Hope is saying they do. Let's see the ruling. Well, Rich Petrosky's got his arms up. He's saying that St. Joe had it and they were down. But it looks like they're giving the ball to Hope. And indeed they are. Rich Petrosky is out past the sideline. And his argument is there were too many men on the field for Hope. Nothing has been called. Officials are gathering. But meanwhile, the Hope offense is coming back out onto the field. And what's the ruling here? Possession is given to Hope on the fumble. Third turnover of the night for St. Joseph. An interception and 2 fumbles. So Hope will take over from their own 5 with 1:03 left in the third quarter, leading 21-0. But a chance for the St. Joe defense to give their offense good field position, or maybe a turnover. The Chargers could maybe use a defensive touchdown here. They had 2 last week. Pankow will take the snap in the shotgun, hands it off, and that is stopped for a loss. Loss of maybe 2 there. LaFabian Fain was the man on the carry. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Shamar McDade Bishop made the stop in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Eagles taking the snap from their own end zone. Pankow's in the shotgun. 4 receivers out wide, 2 men in the backfield. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Pankow hands it off up the middle. This is stopped after maybe a yard. Clock winding down on this third quarter with a 21-0 score. St. Joseph behind in their first CCL Red game, and that will do it for the third quarter. 21-0. Chicago Hope in the lead over St. Joseph. And it is the fourth quarter, and you know what that means. It's the money period, which means that this fourth quarter is brought to you by Forrester Bank. Glad to have Forrester Bank as a sponsor of St. Joseph Charger football all season here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Meatheads, the official sponsor of St. Joseph Chargers football programming. We provide a full-service, made-to-order dining experience serving high-quality, fresh, never-frozen ingredients, including 100% Angus beef hamburgers, hand-breaded chicken tenders, and chicken sandwiches, as well as real Idaho potatoes freshly cut every day. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Well, folks, the Chargers are trailing at 21-0. But last season, if you remember, there was a big comeback for St. Joe against Leo. And the Chargers would need that kind of same rally here against Chicago Hope. We've seen the last couple of drives on offense, the Chargers have been able to move the ball, but mistakes in the red zone have cost them. Well, not the first time, because the first time it was a mistake by the officials who only gave St. Joseph 3 downs to operate with. So it'll be 3rd down and long here for Chicago Hope as we flip the field. They're inside their own 5-yard line with a 3rd and long. Pankow is taking the snap from his own end zone. 4 receivers out there. Chargers fans on their feet in need of a stop here. Pankow sends a man in motion. Flag is thrown. And a player is down for Hope as well.
False start is called against Chicago Hope. Half the distance.
It was a false start against the Eagles. That'll move the ball back half the distance to the goal. But that injured player on the far side of the field. We've had a number of injury timeouts in this ball game, and you never like to see that. So hopefully everybody is doing all right, especially quarterback Trevor Land for Chicago Hope. Really looked like a tough injury for him. So it's 3rd down. and about 12 yards for Chicago Hope. With 11:58 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's a 21-0 lead for Hope. In the conference opener for St. Joseph, we do have some more scores around the IHSA. Chicago Collins getting the win over Chicago Foreman. Loyola Academy rolled St. Francis 42-7 in CCL play. Dixon defeated Rockford Lutheran 69-7. Antioch with a 42-0 win over Fox Lake up north, Grant High School. Down in the south suburbs, Country Club Hills Hillcrest High School defeated TF South 21-0. Told you earlier, Lincoln Way East beat Orland Park Sandburg 22-0. And Lincoln Way Central with a 42-0 win over Lockport. Tinley Park with a 62-26 win over TF South, or TF North rather. Lena Winslow defeated Galena 54-12. And Genoa Kingston defeated Winnebago 42-21. Grays Lake Central defeated Round Lake 28-20 up in the northern suburbs. Down in the southern part of the state, Edwardsville over Granite City 52-7. Cary Grove defeated Jacobs 52-26. And Prairie Ridge with a massive win, 56-14 over Crystal Lake South. Immaculate Conception and Elmhurst also rolled tonight, 67-17 over Chicago Christian. So it'll be 3rd and long here for Chicago Hope, backed up in their own end zone with the 21-0 lead. Just 2 seconds have run off the clock here in the fourth quarter. They're on their own 3. Williams goes in motion. Pankow backed up. He's in trouble, facing pressure, throwing deep. This is going to be intercepted at the 20-yard line and returned inside the 10 by St. Joseph. Jesse McDonald makes the interception for St. Joe's. Huge play defensively for the Chargers. And a change at quarterback for St. Joe. Ezekiel Boos has entered the game for the Chargers, giving the freshman quarterback a chance to lead a comeback here. Can Ezekiel Boos offer a spark to the offense? Perhaps the reason Caleb Hayden was removed from the game, the 2 fumbles and also the interception, 3 turnovers from Hayden tonight. So the freshman Boos takes the field. 4 receivers out wide. 1 man in the backfield is Zion Timms. Boos takes the snap high, hands off to Timms. Timms maybe got about a yard. And Caleb Hayden will come back into the game. So he was not being removed permanently. It was just one play to switch it up with Ezekiel Boos. And you have to think Hayden, as the junior, gives the Chargers a chance to win this game. He's made some plays with his legs. 11:22 left, fourth quarter. Hayden takes the snap, fumbles it, having trouble, and he will be sacked back at about the 20-yard line. So trouble with the snap for Caleb Hayden. That makes it 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 20.
Another case where St. Joe was inside the 10 and pushed well back. 3rd and goal from the 20. Pistol formation, 4 receivers out wide. Boos is in at quarterback, and he will be sacked. Jared Pankow in there on the sack.
Bring up a fourth down for the Chargers.
So it'll be fourth and very long. Fourth and goal from the 29-yard line for St. Joe. And at this point, trailing by 21, just over 10 minutes to go. The Chargers have to go for it. Definitely out of field goal range at this point. It would be a 46-yarder. Boos is the quarterback. 4 receivers out wide. 1 running back in the backfield with Boos. Boos takes the snap. Looking to his left. He'll throw it deep, looking for McDonald, but it is over his head, incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs, giving the football back to Chicago Hope. With the 21-0 lead, 9:55 left to play. And at this point, this is when Hope is going to try to run the football, run down as much of this clock as they possibly can with that 21-0 lead. Pankow in there at quarterback. Jaden Pankow in the shotgun. A little bit of an errant snap. Handoff up the middle and some space immediately on a nice run by LaFabian Fain. He picks up the first down and a little bit more. He's up to the 43-yard line of Hope. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 43. Clock is running. 9:45 left to play in the game. Pankow in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with him, and 3 receivers out wide. Pankow takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Fain. Fain has space yet again, trying to break a tackle. He's past the 50 and into St. Joseph territory to about the 48 of St. Joe. Ryan Flowers made the tackle for the Chargers, but it'll be 2nd and short for Hope. 2nd down and 1 as Hope looks for the call from the sidelines. Jaden Pankow in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Pankow hands it off, and that is enough for the first down for Fain as he's out past the 45-yard line of the Chargers. Clock will continue to run. Under 9 minutes left in the ball game. 21-0, Chicago Hope with the lead over the St. Joseph Chargers. Pankow in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with him, 1 behind him and 1 to his left. He'll send a man in motion. It's Fain. Split him out wide. They'll hand it off to Williams up the middle, and he gets about 2 yards where he was brought down by a couple of Chargers. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 for Chicago Hope with 8 minutes left to play. The Eagles taking their time on this drive, as they should, with the 3-possession lead. Pankow takes snap. He's looking to pass down the far sideline, almost intercepted, and then a chance to make the catch for the Eagles. But Zach Ford was able to lay a hit to prevent the catch by Neil Campbell on that far sideline. Surprised to see the Eagles passing there. They were having success with the run, and it was running down the clock, but they wanted to take their shot. So now it'll be 3rd down and 8. Huge play for the Charger defense, trying to keep St. Joe's hopes alive. Pankow in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Fain. Fain has space, breaks a tackle. He has the 1st down and more. He's at the 25. A flag is thrown. A couple come in. This could be a hold, but both flags were thrown after Fain had gained the 1st down. Let's see what the call is here. Hope is marching backwards a bit. It is holding against Hope. So it takes away the first down run for Hope. Some discussion among the officials. Well, they're going to spot the ball inside the 40-yard line at about the 38 of St. Joseph. Third down and about 3. Third and 4 for Hope with 7:39 left in the ball game. Clock will run now, as Hope is huddling up now to take their time with the 3-touchdown lead. Pankow is in the shotgun, 2 backs with him in the backfield. Pankow takes the snap, hands it off to Fain, and Fain with a nice burst up the middle for the first down and a couple of yards more inside the 35-yard line of St. Joseph. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 34-yard line of St. Joe for Chicago Hope, with under 7 minutes left to play in the ball game. Pankow takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Fain, and Fain continues to push, able to get near the first down marker. And they're going to give him the first down here. Let's see where they mark it. Indeed, it is a first down. They will, no, it'll be second and short, less than a yard with 6:40 to play here. 21-0 is the lead for Chicago Hope. Snap is high to Pankow. Handoff to Fain. He's stopped in the backfield immediately by Shamar McDade Bishop. Loss of a couple yards there. On second down, that high snap delayed the run and allowed McDade Bishop to penetrate and make the stop in the backfield. Just over 6 minutes left to play. Hope continuing to try to milk this clock down. Pankow in the shotgun. 2 receivers with him in the backfield. 3 receivers out wide. Williams and Fain. He's looking left to pass, and it is off the hands of Jordan Gracia. Incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down for Hope, and this may be 4-down territory. Not really at a place where they want to punt the football at about the 28-yard line. And it's 4th down and 4. Huge 4th down for the Charger defense if they want to have any hope of winning this game. 4th and 4. Pankow looking to pass, looking left, has a man. It's caught at about the 15-yard line by Travell Hilton. He has the first down. Huge 4th down pickup for Hope, and that gives them the opportunity to continue to wind this clock down, as well as draws them closer to the end zone. They're inside the 15-yard line of St. Joseph at about the 13. Pankow in the shotgun. Takes the snap. It'll hand off to Fain. Fain has plenty of room into the end zone. Touchdown, but a flag is down. This could be another hold against the Eagles. It is a hold against Chicago Hope. That will negate the touchdown. We've seen a few big plays for Chicago Hope tonight be taken away by holding penalties. A lesson to learn for the offensive line coming out of this game.
Holding against the Eagles negates the touchdown.
As Hope has a 21-0 lead with 5:23 left to play in the game. And they have the ball at the 14-yard line of St. Joe with 5:20 left to play. Pankow in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands off to Fain, and Fain will be stopped for a loss by Shamar McDade Bishop. Well, you have to give a lot of credit to Shamar McDade Bishop, playing very hard out there defensively, despite the fact that his team trails by 3 touchdowns. Has to be frustrating out there. But he's still giving his best effort to make plays on defense. Under 5 minutes left now. Second down and about 14 here, maybe 15. Pankow in the shotgun. Williams with him in the backfield. 4 receivers wide for the Eagles. Pankow takes the snap, looking to pass. He's looking left. He has a man over the middle, and it is caught by Travell Hilton, and he is inside the 10-yard line. A nice pass on second down by Pankow. Has proven himself well as a freshman quarterback coming in for the injured Trevor Land. 4 minutes left to play here. Third down. Handoff to Fain. He stopped again in the backfield by who else? Shamar McDade Bishop. He has been there all night in the backfield for Chicago Hope. So it'll be 4th down for Hope. They'll go for it again about 4th and 10 with 3.5 minutes left to play. Pankow in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. He's looking left, though. And it's intercepted by Zach Ford. Ford may have some room to take this one from near the goal line. He has a block. Has a couple of men to beat. Going back over towards the far sideline. Has to cut back, and he's brought down near midfield. The Zach Ford interception will keep Charger hopes alive for now. They do trail 21-0 with 3:13 left in this game. 1st and 10 from midfield, and Ezekiel Boos is in there at quarterback, the freshman. We've seen Rich Petrosky in this fourth quarter alternate between using Caleb Hayden and Ezekiel Boos. Here he's going with Boos. And Hayden may have been hurt earlier in the ball game, and that could be the issue as there are 4 receivers wide for Boos. Takes a high snap, hands it off to Timms. Timms has some space. He's got room. He's to the 20, 15-yard line of Chicago Hope. A 35-yard run by Zion Timms, the second big run of the night for Zion Timms. 3 minutes left to play. Chargers need a score and then a couple of onside kicks. Boos in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a timeout is called. Officials timeout. No, the timeout is by Chicago Hope with 2:52 left here in the ball game. One last time, we'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Stop in and enjoy our fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst. Tonight's show is also brought to you by CleaverSupplements.com. Cleaver Supplements for when genetics are not enough. 21-0, Chicago Hope with the lead over St. Joseph with 2:52 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Chargers just trying to find any way to get back. They'd need a miracle at this point. They have the freshman quarterback Ezekiel Boos in there at quarterback. And both teams now playing freshman quarterbacks. Three receivers out to the right for Boos. 1 to the left, and Zion Timms in the backfield with Boos. 1st and 10. Boos takes the snap, hands it off to Timms. He's stopped in the backfield.
Timms on the carry, taken down in the backfield.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 with just over 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. Boost takes the snap. It's high, going towards the end zone, and it's caught! No, are they going to say he was out of bounds? Let's see the call. He was indeed out of bounds as Jesse McDonald made a great effort trying to keep his feet in the end zone. But he was just barely out of bounds there. And McDonald may be down in the end zone after making an incredible effort to catch that football and try to keep his feet in. And coming back towards the sideline now. It was actually Desmond McPhail. It was a little bit hard to tell over there on the far side of the field. So it'll be third down and more than 10. Third and 13. For the Chargers. As Boost comes back out there at quarterback, 2:14 to play, 21-0 Hope with the lead in this CCL Red game. Boost takes the snap, looking over to the right, looking for Malik Mason in the end zone. Tipped and incomplete, but a flag is down. Clear defensive pass interference there against Chicago Hope. And that will most likely be the call. And we'll see the official signal, pass interference against the defense. So once again, it was actually roughing the passer as well. And St. Joe will decline pass interference and take the roughing the passer to move the ball up 15 yards. So that's an automatic first down for St. Joe's. And it will bring them inside the 10. So first and 10 for St. Joe. Or at least it should be. Right now they're marking it as third down and short, which makes absolutely no sense. Oh, finally the official is pointing out that it should be first down and 10. And they have to move the chains as well. There has been some trouble there tonight. The down and distance has been a problem. It's first and goal for St. Joe with 2:08 left as they trail 21-0. Boos takes a step, hands it off to Timms, and he maybe got a yard there. He's to about the 7. And now it looks like a player is down. A player down for Chicago Hope. As this game is fast approaching the 3-hour mark. 1:42 remaining in the ball game. But good to see for Chicago Hope. Patrick Ross is up on his feet and heading back to the sideline with 1:42 to play. A 21-0 lead for Chicago Hope. Chargers trying to put some points on the board. It's second down and 8. From the 8, second and goal. Boos in there at quarterback.
Second and goal from the 8-yard line for the Chargers.
Malik Mason out to the right. Trips to the left for St. Joe. Clock will begin to run again. 1:40 left. Boos will throw right, and it's over the head, but a flag is thrown. They were looking for Malik Mason. This will be pass interference once again as Hope was all over Mason. Just have not been able to defend him without committing penalties. And Malik Mason
Guess that it is in the high 20s. Well, it has to be over 30.
has just been
Against the Eagles.
interfered with multiple times here tonight, and penalties have been a common theme for both teams. 1:35 left to play.
It's still not a first down.
Should be first down. It has not been marked as a first down.
Since when is pass interference not?
Boos takes the snap, looking for Ford near the goal line, incomplete. Ford could not make the catch. It was just a bit low, bounced off the turf. 1:32 remaining, third down and goal. Well, it should be second down and goal after the pass interference. We had this problem earlier in the night. I'm not sure when the rule changed that pass interference isn't an automatic first down, but every other football game I've ever seen, it's an automatic first down. Boos in the shotgun. Zion Timms behind him. High snap, can't handle it. Hope is on the fumble, and that will about do it for this ball game as Hope recovers. Another turnover, the fourth turnover of the night for St. Joseph with 1:26 left in the ball game. And at this point, not much the Chargers can do, trailing 21-0 with 1:26 left in the game. It'll be 1st and 10 for Hope. And they may just be able to head into the victory formation, or at the very least run the ball a few times. They are inside their own 10-yard line, so they may not be able to take a knee. Don't want to get close to that safety territory, but with a 21-0 lead, they don't have too much to worry about with just 1:26 left. Pankow heads into the huddle. And Pankow is in the shotgun. Couple of men in the backfield with him. 3 receivers out there. Pankow takes a snap, hands it off to Fain, and he gets maybe a yard.
Fane with the carry, short gain.
As the clock will continue to run, it'll pass under a minute. With a 21-0 score, don't expect St. Joseph to use their 2 timeouts. Under a minute left to play. Pankow in the shotgun again. Expect them to run it here. Hope will wait as long as they can to snap the football with about 45 seconds left in the game. Pankow takes a snap, hands it off to Fain. Maybe a yard there.
Up the middle. Third down upcoming.
35 seconds left. We'll see if they allow that to be the last play of the game. Hope may have to run one more play. And indeed, they're just going to say that will be the last play of the ball game. So the final score, Chicago Hope will take it on the road over the St. Joseph Chargers, 21-0. The Chargers fall to 2-2 on the season and 0-1 in the CCL Red. Meanwhile, Chicago Hope moves to 4-0 and pick up the CCL Red victory. Their first as members of this conference. We'd like to remind you one last time that tonight's game was brought to you by Meatheads. Don't forget to stop by Meatheads at 143 North York Street in Elmhurst and enjoy our fast casual family restaurant that serves fresh experiences. Once again, the final score, Chicago Hope 21, St. Joseph nothing. The player of the game is freshman quarterback Jaden Pankow, who came in for an injured Trevor Land, had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown as well. So Hope takes it over St. Joseph 21-0. For all of us here at Arena Sports Network Chicago, thank you for joining us. I'm Connor Klingon, and have a great night.